Hey everyone, welcome back. Elise Williams here, along with Eric Williams.
Hey, how's it going today?
And we're back with day 4 of What's Your Face Value? The 7 Facebook secrets to building rock solid friendships and branding yourself in 7 days. So here we are for day 4 for The Writing is on the Wall. And I know pretty much every day I say I'm excited to talk about each of these topics, but once again, day 4, a great topic to talk about. So I'm going to start out today by having Eric kind of give an overview of what it means to write on the wall and just give a visual for that.
Okay, well, I guess the visual I like to use starts with, I guess, people really having a good understanding of what you're dealing with wall posting here. When you talk on someone's wall, you actually have the opportunity to not only communicate to that person, but you're communicating to that person's friends. Not to mention, of course, all your friends can see what you're writing on other people's walls. So really, the visual I'd like you to have is sort of, it's a social party, okay? And the person you're talking to, they're standing in the middle of the party and you're on the stage with a microphone, which means that whatever you say is not only going to be heard by that person, it's going to be heard by everyone around them, and the people that are around that person and who they're connected to could possibly hear it as well. And of course, your friends are definitely going to hear what you said. So just really see it that way, because wall posting is huge. It actually enables you to communicate exponentially.
Right. And remember, you're establishing yourself as a person of value. And typically, people of value are positive people. So be sure that you are making positive comments and contributing on a positive way. So we really have 4 basic points that we want to cover today as far as what wall posting can do for you and how to get the most out of it. And the first is ask a question. Number 1 is ask a question. And I like the power of this because we've been talking about making connections as opposed to just making friends. And when you post something on your wall and add a question at the end of it, it really engages people and you will get more comments from people. And that's the whole point. You don't want to just kind of randomly put information out there. You want to interact with people. You want to get people to comment. You want to get into a conversation with people. So whether it's putting a quote, a powerful quote, maybe from Anthony Robbins or Zig Ziglar or something that you just heard, and ending it with, what do you think about that? What's your opinion on that? Do you agree? And really get different people's perspectives on a question.
That's good. That's great. Well, I guess the second point that I'd like to cover is on wall etiquette. Obviously, if we go back to the whole visual of being at a social party, and you're going to make, now that you understand how wall posting works, you're really going to make an announcement. So you really want to consider that there's etiquette associated with this. For instance, if you've just connected with a person, or let's say you haven't really connected, but you made a new friend and you haven't really made that connection, I would highly recommend that you do not just go right out on this person's wall and start to write about your opportunity or whatever it may be. I think that often, if you're going to write directly on a person's wall, it needs to be about what they're doing. Okay. Because there's other ways you can connect with them. You can obviously, you can send them a message. You can connect in the chat area. So just have some etiquette when it comes to talking on a person's wall. Not everyone is okay with you just walking right in the door saying, hey, hello, hanging up your hat and your jacket and kicking off your shoes, and all of a sudden you're already all over their wall. Okay. So just keep that in mind. There's some etiquette associated with that, and you kind of want to fill people out. But what I would suggest is that you have a chat, or even better, connect with a message first, and before you jump out on a person's wall, say hello, make the connection, then you can communicate on their wall.
Right. And just to tag along with something that you just said, Eric, is remember, you've gone to their profile, you've learned something about them.
Right.
So tell them something positive about themselves, encourage them, say, hey, I checked this out and I think it's great. So number 3 is my big thing is spamming. No spam, guys. Okay. No spamming. Do not go on someone's wall and say, hey, check out my opportunity, or hey, I made $12,000 in the last 12 hours. You see stuff like that out there with a link going to it. So please, please, please do not spam on people's walls.
Yeah, that's huge, because when people do that, they're not really talking to you. They're trying to talk to your friends. And really what they've done, they stepped right on you just to get to your friends. They step right through you, on top of you, and really gave no consideration to you to get to your friends. And really, guys, if you're doing that, who really wants to deal with that? Because we already know that if we connect you with our friends, that's exactly what they're going to get. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, I would say the last point I would talk about is wall recognition. When you communicate to someone on their wall, say something positive. I mean, look at what they're doing, what they're really trying to do, and contribute something positive to, add some positive energy to what's going on. You want to recognize that person in front of their friends so that person is seen as an expert and seen as someone who knows what they're talking about. So therefore, you definitely want to make sure that if you're going to give recognition, it's recognition that's due. But what that will do is, in turn, it lifts that person up. And when that person can now turn and point to you and say, hey, check out my new friend, John Doe's new training or new product or new service, whatever it may be. But by you helping that person to become more of an expert, to be seen more as a trusted advisor, now they can turn around and give you some of that, what we call link juice. They can give you some of that juice back. And now that's going to help you and your recognition as well. So just think about that. Make sure you communicate positive, uplifting things. If you don't have anything really good to say, you probably don't want to say it. And yeah, that's really all I have on that topic.
Okay. And we're going to sideline a little bit because remember, once this 7 days is done, we're not finished giving you information. We have so much more free information that we want to give you. And the next training is actually going to be on Twitter. So just really quickly, we just wanted to give you a sneak peek of a really cool tool that we use to tie Twitter and Facebook together.
This right here, guys, is called the Seismic Desktop. And basically what it does, it enables you to link your Facebook and your Twitter together. So like right now, I won't get into the features of it, but right now I'm actually looking at Facebook and Twitter at the same time. And notice it only takes up half a desktop, not even quite half, okay? So we're going to show you how to use this because you don't need all this here on your desktop all day long while you obviously you couldn't do that in work or do whatever you're doing. So we're going to show you how to really optimize Facebook and Twitter and bring those two together. Okay, so we have a couple more trainings left, with a few more left with Facebook, and so if you need some Twitter information, you're going to start to receive some info on that as well. So thanks again for you guys coming out, and
yeah, stay tuned for day 5, and which is going to be coming soon. Check your email, and remember, we want your feedback, we want your comments. So go to my blog, elise-williams.com, and leave a comment, or go to our group wall, What's Your Face Value, and leave some feedback there.
Sounds good. Talk to you soon.